Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as Ivywinter. Today's vlog is going to be based on another question that I received via email, which is really cool. I'm really happy that people have been asking questions because it's nice to be able to create content that I definitely know you want to see. I mean, I feel like sometimes I just create vlogs and I'm not sure really where they're going to go or like what topics I'm going to do. It's really nice to be able to answer people's actual questions because then I know that you want to see this stuff. So this was actually an interesting one, and I say interesting in that I didn't really ever think about doing a video on this because I guess it wasn't, I don't know, something that came to mind, but apparently did for John. John, no last name in the email. Sorry, John. You probably know who you are. But the question was, what is it that you do for a day job 9 to 5? I see you tweet a lot about different things going on, clients and celebrities in your office. So what is it that you do? Celebrities, there was only one, and it was the other day that it was John Krasinski, is that how you say his last name, from The Office, was in my office. I'm not, like, I don't work at BuzzFeed. It's not like, I'm in a place where there's celebrities all the time. I actually work at a digital agency in New York, and I mean, those are a dime a dozen here. There are so many digital creative agencies in New York. That's kind of like our thing. If it's like you go to like San Francisco or whatever, and it's like a whole bunch of video game companies, like New York, it's like a whole bunch of digital agencies, which are basically companies that work with a variety of different clients to put out marketing for them. And it can be anything from print marketing to, paid advertisements on TV, billboards. Like, there's agencies for everything. What my agency does is we're kind of a all-encompassing thing. We work on mostly digital campaigns, so social media, working on banners that you might see online. Sorry guys, I know advertising, annoying. Working a little bit on TV. We started to work a little bit to that end. But just kind of making sure that our clients have like a really big presence online. And what I do there is I am an engagement manager. And what that means at my company, because I feel like that title means different things in different places. What that means in my company is that I work in social media. I have been doing that for over 6 years now, at various different jobs, but I've been at this current job for 2 years. And yeah, I am that person who does community management. So if you tweet at certain big national brands, which I'm not going to mention, but if you tweeted at certain brands, I would be the one responding to you directly, which is kind of cool. So I'm the voice of a lot of brands. But I also do a lot more than that. I actually manage a couple of people below me since I'm senior level. So that's really great. And I oversee the work that they do. I do insights and reports for clients to say this is working, this is not working, this is how your consumers are speaking about you, this is what maybe we should do for the next campaign. I do influencer programs, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know, being on YouTube, that there are a lot of YouTube stars, but also Instagram stars and Snapchat stars that do work for and with companies. And so I set those all up and have some relationships with some big influencers. And I mean, I do a lot of stuff. I do like analytics reporting on social. Basically, I'm just involved in that every day. So part of my job is like being really on top of social media platforms. I have to know the ins and outs of YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram and Pinterest, and I have to know anytime they're changing an algorithm, anytime they're rolling out a new product, what that can mean for a client. Should they use it? Should they not use it? I know dimensions of photos in my head, like literally off the top of my head, for like Twitter and Facebook and all of that, because a lot of other people, our creative team, our account team, will come to us and say like, hey, we're creating a Twitter post. What size should it be again? How many megabytes can a GIF be on Twitter? Like all of that stuff is like right up in here, because I am that go-to person for them. So yeah, that's what I do at my job every day. It changes every day depending on like what clients I'm working on and just, I don't know, the kind of stuff that comes in. I do a lot of pitches too. Pitches being, when new business comes in and we have the opportunity to maybe win a client, I get to work on a lot of the upfront stuff that lets us pitch to them and convince them that they should work with us. So, for pitches, it's like really insights driven. It's really diving into how people are talking about a specific brand and trying to give them information they didn't have before and create a new strategy out of that. So yeah, that's what I do. That's a lot of different stuff, but that's what I do full time. And I obviously do this in my part-time extra time. But obviously YouTube is something I've gravitated to because it's, I'm doing social media at work all the time. So it kind of just makes sense. I do love it. It's definitely a passion point for me. I didn't think I was going to do social media. I actually went to school for journalism. You can see how that turned out. But somehow it just kind of got into this world of doing social media, and it just ended up falling into place, and I really, really enjoy doing it. It's something that I am passionate about. I love being on top of new platforms. I love seeing what's happening. I love seeing what social media platforms are doing awesome and which ones disappear and why, and I don't know. I'm fascinated by all of that stuff. But yeah, so that's what I do. That's pretty much my answer. That's all of it. I'm sure, there's so much more detail in what I do, which I'm not going to go into because this could be like a half an hour video. But if you have any other questions about what I do, or if you have any questions about like social media in general, and what I think, or any tips that I can give for certain platforms or anything like that, let me know in the comments below. You can also email me at Ivywinter, that's spelled WINTR, no E in winter, at gmail.com. You can also tweet me at IvyWinterYT. Definitely let me know if you have any questions on certain platforms or best practices or any of that, because I know a lot of that stuff. So yeah, definitely shoot me a message and I will help you out if I can. But thank you, John, for asking me about what I do, because I don't think I really thought about sharing that, but it's cool that you wanted to know. That's really flattering. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you later. Bye.